Why you always lying? That was bad. Sorry, I feel like my fingers, they're saucy.
No one cares!
Okay guys, hi, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a serious matter. If the shisha noise is something that annoys you, and I want to say also, if talking about this subject is something that annoys you, all you have to do is not watch, okay? Because I'm going to say this once. I see a lot of comments from people saying, just give it up already, you gave your cat away. So that means that I have no right to talk about how something affects me in my life, apparently. So this is something that I want to talk about once and for all. I want to put closure to this situation. I want to have an official video, not just a live stream, in a calm, truthful manner. You will see that my story doesn't change because it's the truth. When it comes to the animal abuse allegations against me, which are complete bull. There's different groups of people. There's of course my beezers and my loyal followers who have seen, I've been on YouTube since 2017, and I'll just show you some clips of me and the cats since then on YouTube.
Are you stealing my straw, Sam? You're a good boy. Oh, yes, you. Oh, who's a pretty girl? Pretty girl. Pretty girl. Pretty girl. You jealous that I was giving Sam attention? Now you're gonna kill me all night. All night. Hey everyone, so here's some songs that I sing regularly to BBJs, to my friends about BBJs, and they all think I'm nuts. So, the first one is, and I guess it's true, she's amazing, and I guess it's true, she's a girl, baby girl, you are my world, look so sweet.
So as you can see, this is about BBJ. Sam, my other cat, he's about 6 years old. I'm going to be getting him back. I have someone taking care of him. I'm paying for all his needs right now. The next time I go to Canada, I have arranged with an airline to return him with me. Basically, I moved to Kuwait to marry the love of my life. Someone who's very, very good for me after having been in an extremely abusive relationship for almost 2 years. So I had to make a tough decision. I wasn't sure at the time, do I want to travel with the cats? Maybe it would be better to leave them behind. I had to make a fast decision because I was moving fast. I had 1 month back in Canada. I came to Kuwait, got married, came back home, and had about a month to pack up my entire life and leave everything behind in Canada to come here in hopes of having a better life with my husband. He's proven nothing but to be loving and completely legit, unlike what other people thought. But most people are wrong about me in my life, and that's what frustrates me about it. If I'm happy in my life, if I'm a mess in my life, I should say, they have to pick that apart, and then when I become happy, they have to pick that apart. So there's just no winning. But this is a serious accusation, and like I said, there's different groups of people when it comes to allegations. There's my beezers who 100% believe everything. They've seen my relationship with the cats. I'm just addressing these defamatory accusations. And then there's people who just are this person who's spreading the rumors. Chinians, those are her fans. We call them Chinians, who just believe anything this person says just because they hate me. Hate for someone will cloud your judgment. And it doesn't matter what I say. Some people are not going to believe me. That's fine. After my video, if you don't believe me, then that's fine. I'm also turning off comments for this video because there are people who just don't want anything good to be true when it comes to me. I'm not 100% innocent, but I'm not an abuser. So then there's also people who were supporters and then believed this stuff, and because of that defamation, they are no longer supporters. So again, believing the worst of me without knowing the full situation. So here it is. It's complicated. Again, I said when I came back to Canada, I had a month to pack up my whole life. It was really traumatic for me. It was really, I still dream about the cats. I wish I had done things differently, but I was cramped for time and I wasn't sure what to do. Part of me was listening to the influence of people as well, varying opinions like, you know, don't put your cat down, don't give your cat away, rehome your cat to someone, blah, blah, blah. So basically the only options I had, euthanasia for the older one, I'll get to that in a minute, rehoming, bringing them to Kuwait with me. And I decided that bringing them to Kuwait going to be, I thought at the time that, you know, it was going to be very traumatic for the cats because even taking them to the vet was very traumatic for them. They were very nervous and afraid. Bringing myself to the Middle East was a huge feat. And so bringing 2 cats, and one of them being in their 20s, like 19, 20, she was basically, I had her, I got her 2004 and she was 1 to 2 years, they said at the shelter. where I adopted her from. So she's an much elderly cat, living past life expectancy. So for her, definitely it wasn't a good idea. Now, before I went to Kuwait the first time, I clipped their nails. I have nail clippers. It was not easy. I had to have help because it was my one cat, my older cat, BBJ. She freaks out and shrieks very loudly if we touch her paws at all. In any regard, if the nails are even cut already, if they're in good condition, whatever, she just doesn't like it, having her paws touched. And I don't know if like she's more senile now, but she's become more moody as she's gotten older. I was told by a vet that she has arthritis because she's older. She was developing kidney issues. So I know that someone said that she had a urinary tract infection, which of course is not completely it's not unheard of with elderly cats. They have kidney issues, and I knew this. Now, she had a lot of health issues, and rehoming her after having her for so long I thought would be traumatic, and sometimes the humane thing to do is euthanize your pet if that's the case. And what I was planning on doing when I came back to Canada was bringing her to her regular vet, which I did have an appointment for, to determine with the vet if that was the best option for her, or if if it was okay to be rehomed. I didn't want to, rehome her to someone who would be taking on all these problems for her, and I didn't want her to go through having to adapt to someone else. And I was a little afraid of where she was going, because truthfully, people can lie all day when you rehome them. You don't know the truth is what happens, and that's what happened to me. I was deceived, I was lied to, my cat was actually stolen, and nobody knows how she's doing today or where she is. So I had to make a tough decision, and it was traumatic for me because I loved those cats. They were my babies. I had my best friend and roommate at the time take care of them for me. He's lived with them for many years, and maybe people think that they could have been better taken care of. There's always people that are going to think that, yeah, their eating area could have been cleaner sometimes. We were both dealing with severe depression and a lot of problems, and we were neglecting ourselves, but they were always fed. I don't know where the story came from, but we starved them. They were always fed. BBJ always cries. She's a very vocal cat, and especially as she started aging, she became more and more whiny. Trolls and internet haters called Animal Protective Services on us 3 times. They came in and each time left satisfied that the cats were not and they were fine, which is their job. Yeah, their area could have been cleaner. I will give you that. That is neglectful. It should be a lot more tidy. Most of their lives it was. Like I said, there was a time where we were depressed and even neglecting our own selves. So let's get into this person who has the cat now and is lying about it, and a bit of the history on that, because there are new people here, and that's also why I'm doing this video, and they're probably very happy I'm even acknowledging their existence. That's what they live for. And you may think I'm exaggerating or tooting my own horn when I say that, but if you were to see this person's channel, they cannot have an existence on YouTube, a successful existence, without being a huge lying piece of crap. This person is a complete moron, no content, no life. The minute I upload something, they just take it, go online and find fault in everything I do. That's not reaction to me, that's harassment and bullying. And I mean harassment like real life stalker stuff, where they've actually gone and like to my hometown to visit places I frequent. They've gone to my fashion show I attended and called it a fatty fashion show, fat shaming everyone there, when this person is also obese and literally looks like an egg on legs. She gained prominence under with lies as well, claiming to have a link, an inside link to my former, I even hate to talk about this person, Swordfish, but I was with, and nothing was true. And I eventually caught on to that and just was like, I don't want to have anything to do with you. And since then, they, are big mad and just make content about me and try to ruin my life. So now, like I said, she sits there on panel judging me when her life is 100 times worse. So she always has to involve herself in my life. And this person decided to cause outrage over what I plan to do with my cats, as if it wasn't my life and my decision, involving herself again. I think there was one live stream where my roommate couldn't find her wet food where I put it, which was solved like an hour later, and they always have dry food out. But anyway, so then it was, I'm gonna rescue this cat. I want to rescue this cat. So she wanted to look like a big hero, okay? And even though humane euthanasia is not cruel if it's warranted, which is why I had a vet appointment to determine that I was doing the responsible thing. Now, what wasn't responsible of me, and I will take full ownership for, was even despite having clipped their nails, made sure their food was stocked up, making sure they were taken care of before I left for Kuwait. And I did miss them, I obviously did miss them. But but I felt like they were, you know, taken care of. They were at home. They weren't in a pet hotel. People travel all the time and leave them with strangers. At least mine were at home with someone familiar. I didn't realize that, like, how often their nails would have had to been clipped. Now, Sam scratches furniture. So when I came home from Kuwait 3 months later, his nails were fine. They were mildly grown. They weren't ingrown. They were fine. BBJ, however, shortly after I came home, I checked her paws and noticed when I saw them, the immediate thing, my heart sank and I was like, oh shit. They were grown in the pads, some of them. And I tried with the nail clipper to take them out, but like she wasn't having it. And I thought, okay, I'm going to deal with it when she goes to the vet. I was going to have everything taken care of when she went to the vet. Should that have been taken care of sooner? Yes. It was ignorant and negligent on my part to not even really think about that. Especially her nails grew a lot faster because as cats get into senior level, they neglect their care. They don't scratch, and their nails grow much more coarser and faster because they don't scratch anymore. She doesn't scratch furniture. She just kind of sleeps there all day, but she was still walking around and jumping around too. So I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I wanted to have her assessed by a vet, which was not this person's decision to make. Okay. The irony and the hypocrisy of this person wanting to save my cat from euthanasia is the fact that this person had 2 dogs that she apparently loved so much. And by the way, she wanted to save my cat, and she said on her live stream she does not like cats. So how is my cat getting the love she needs? Sure, maybe she got to the vet before I took her, a day before I was gonna take her, but I doubt she's getting the love she needs. Anyway, I'll get to that soon. She had 2 dogs. The one dog became chronically ill and she prolonged its life with all kinds of medications, whatever. She ended up having to euthanize that dog. So she did euthanize a pet who was ill. Number 2, she'll then say, well, BBJ wasn't ill. BBJ is very elderly and has a lot of illnesses, which when you took her to the vet, you found out yourself, okay? Number 2, she had a second dog that apparently had separation anxiety and was very miserable because the first dog passed away. So she decided to euthanize that dog as well, which that dog didn't have chronic illnesses apparently. So I don't know. Instead of parading BBJ's vet notes online for super chats, how about you show us what happened to your dogs? We need proof of that. How about that? So you have 2 dogs euthanized, but you have the nerve to criticize me for wanting to bring my cat to the vet to see if it was appropriate for her to be euthanized, given her age, given the fact that I had to move out of country, and given the fact that she had so many illnesses due to her age. So I had 2 things happen. I managed to rehome Sam to somebody close in the family. There's somebody else fostering Sam now. The first person, it didn't work out. They had to leave, move away and all this and that. So I was disappointed. I don't want him just in foster care. I want him, and I want to try everything I can to bring him now. I've changed my mind and I want him. So at the same time for BBJ, she was a tougher decision due to her age and problems. So I made a vet appointment right away when I saw her nails, and I thought, oh no. So the fact I never ever did anything to purposely hurt or abuse pets at all whatsoever. She should have been brought into the vet sooner. 100% I agree with that, and that I regret, and I made an error there. I didn't realize that. You know, whenever I did actually have my roommate who can contest to that, and he's like a very truthful person. If you don't believe me, he showed me her paws, but the video chat was not that clear, and that was about maybe a few weeks into being in Kuwait, and her nails looked okay, and even he said they looked okay, so they must have grown in the remaining 2 months. I made a vet appointment with her regular vet, okay, for a few days later, shortly after, I don't remember. And at the same time, I decided to try to look for people in case I could rehome her, because I was getting a lot of messages from people who were like, you know, I have experience with elderly cats, I don't mind, I'll take care of her, I'll take care of her vet bills, blah blah blah. But then I told my mom about it, and she was like, no, don't rehome it to someone you don't know. And she was so right. I should have listened to my mom, but no, I didn't. I trusted. There was a person I talked to. I know that this person, this bully, online bully, offered to take my cat. Of course she did. Not because she cared about the cat, because she wanted the clout and she wanted to use it for content, which she has done. Actually, she's made a very lucrative career of using my cat and the situation with my cat. She's made thousands of dollars. So of course there's an incentive there. And now that she's made the money, now she's saying, well, I don't want to talk about the cat anymore, and we haven't seen the cat since. So of course, as someone who loved my cat for so many years, I'm worried about her well-being. I'm actually worried because we haven't seen any video evidence that she's happy and where she is. I think she's with this person because there's a picture of her on the sofa that this person has. We've seen this sofa in previous live streams. The person that I was supposed to rehome to is actually, we found out she's in California, so she cannot physically be there. BBJ cannot be with this person that was supposed to adopt her. So I said no. I'm not as if I'm gonna give my number one bully my pet to take care of. She didn't take no for an answer. Instead, she decided to have one of her chinians, say she's the sister-in-law, and who she says is a sister-in-law now. One of her chinians just messaged me on Instagram and was very persistent. I did show the DMs online.
And for those going to complain that I'm showing the DMs of this person and their poor privacy is out there, I don't think they cared about my privacy when they came into my home under the pretense of coming to take my cat and lied to me about it. So the whole situation was just a lie, and it was actually a trick, and I don't really care about them at all right now. Sorry, not sorry. You can also see in one screenshot, they're pathologically encouraging me, like, oh, you must live your life. What you have to do is okay, blah, blah, blah. And then to the whole time know in the back of their minds that they're really just going to be using this for content later. It's just disgusting. Bye, guys.
She said, like, you know, I'm a chronically ill person. I'm just in bed all day. I can take care of an elderly pet. I would love to have someone to snuggle with, you know, elaborate sob story, and just kept messaging me. And I built a little bit of trust with her, even in a short period of time. And I said, you know, I checked my cat's nails and I do want to bring her to the vet to have her checked out before I rehome her. Is that okay? And they said, no, no, no. Let me take care of it. I'll take her to the vet, you know. So to me, this person was very convincing. Sent me a picture of their home. It could have been any picture. But I mean, that's the chance you're taking when you sell, or when you sell something online, when you meet someone online, when you rehome a pet online. You know, you don't know for sure because you don't know these people no matter what. So I said, okay, you know, that's cool. Like, they really want to take her to the vet, their own vet. Maybe I understand that. So I trusted them. Of course, though, knowing now that it was actually FFG who took the cat, because her brother, it was actually the bully's brother, and the bully was actually hiding behind a snowbank outside of my house, like in disguise, like a full-on stalker. Her brother came into my home. I handed over my cat in good faith and trust. She took the cat. Of course she wanted to take the cat to the vet, because she could milk it for clout, views, and money, which she did. She went online after and was like, oh, I have the cat, you know, bloop, I have the cat. I took her to the vet. She was screaming. The cat always screams when you touch her nails. Not saying that the nails growing in wouldn't be painful, and yes, I feel guilty about that. But they would have been taken care of by me. All of these problems that the cat had would have been taken care of by me. I would have she would have been assessed by her regular vet. She's claiming that there's notes that the vet said the cat was a for years. We have no proof of that also. The notes from the vet are not clear. And I could actually call my vet, who the cat has been going to for years, as well as animal control. What we don't have are notes from the veterinarian of what happened to her second dog. So she has 2 deceased dogs that she euthanized. One for a completely bullshit excuse, in my opinion, for separation anxiety. Really? Okay. She's just completely ridiculous, using this money donations for a Gucci collar. The cat doesn't even like wearing collars. She's elderly. She wants love, not Gucci. She doesn't need a catio. She has arthritis. She can't even barely walk. I mean, you know, at some point, it's just cruel to prolong life of a chronically ill cat who's in pain and suffering. And they can't tell us they're in pain. But that's maybe why she always cried all the time. Anyway, that's the story. There's nothing more to it. Should I have paid more attention to the nails earlier? Yes, of course. But as I explained all the circumstances, it wasn't on purpose. I didn't purposely try to hurt my cats in any way, my pets in any way. I loved them. I continue to love them. I have to close the chapter at this point because there's nothing I can do. I don't have the pets anymore. I will have one of them back soon. BBJ, I will always have to live with the guilt of, not the nails, of rehoming her to somebody who I don't trust her with. I don't think that she's safe. I think that this person is malicious and just doesn't even like cats and doesn't have the right intentions with her. The only reason she wanted the cat was for money and attention and clout. But that's the 100% truth of what happened.
Homemade Big Mac-like-ish burger with some fried onions. While the onions are cooking, I prepared some shredded lettuce and some dill pickles. I put the onions aside and cleaned the pan to prepare the burgers. I'm just going to season them with lots of black pepper and some salt. Sizzle, 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 sizzle. I have some seasoned spiral fries that are going to go into the air fryer. And now for the most important part of this recipe, the Big Mac sauce. First, on the lower bun here, cheddar cheese slice, processed cheese slice, followed by one of the freshly cooked beef patties. And now the middle part, bun sauce, followed by another piece of cheese, followed by another beef patty, more cheese, more sauce on the other bun, and now the pickles, and of course the lettuce. And now I'm going to probably add more sauce and put it all together, and here we go. So that's my messy version of a Big Mac.
Dang, it's a monster. That's what I don't like about homemade burgers, is they're so messy and I can never get them non-messy. But if you're willing to suspend the idea that I'm a slob today because of this messiness, then I'm willing to eat it for you. Grape, it's like mixed berry. Actually, I'm really thirsty right now. It was hot in the kitchen. These fries are like air fried to the max, okay? Come on! Oh, what? Oh, what? So dense. Yeah, come on. Okay, so we have some ketchup and we have some Big Mac sauce. So I might dip my burger in sauce. And we have some Big Mac sauce, so I might dip my burger in it. We'll see. Beauty bite, beauty bite. All right, let's do this. Two-hander burger. Oh my god, look. Dip it in the sauce. And give you a beauty bite. Oh my gosh, okay. I gotta unhinge my jaw right now. I swear, it tastes exactly like a Big Mac, but bigger. Like the Grand Mac, but bigger. All right. Time to... I love this sauce. Oh my gosh. It's falling apart, but whatever. Okay, let's see if we can hold it together for this video. I can't. I physically can't. I just got a pickle. It's so cheesy and saucy. I dropped a pickle. How dare I? Food is good. Food is great. Thank you, God, for the food we ate. I haven't been like fasting the past few days. As usual, I'm just off and on with that struggle. But I'm gonna keep trying. You saw in my grocery haul, if you didn't, check it out. Video before this one. Maybe 2 videos before this one. Just all over the place. Whoa, yeah. This is a huge mess. I go through cycles of like feeling guilty about eating what I want and then trying to restrict, but then the restricting doesn't work. It's tough, man. I'm taking my ring off. I don't want it to get full of burger grease. Does burger grease like corrode the ring? Would you like some burger with your sauce, madam? Well, I gotta eat this like a UFO. One comment that annoys me so bad is when people say, why do you moan when you eat? I never met anyone who thinks food is that good. BS. BS. You're gonna tell me that you've never seen someone, or yourself, even alone maybe, eating something so tasty that it makes you go, please give me a break. Why you always lying? That was bad. I love Big Mac sauce, oh my gosh. You can make it easily too, but sorry, I feel like my fingers, they're saucy. I didn't get too much on myself. I'm proud. Why do I feel like I just ran a marathon or something? I feel like a triathlete of burger eating.
I wanna live in freedom. I wanna dance with my demons. I wanna drink for no reason and celebrate every season. Yeah, yeah, call my place the kingdom. 'Cause I got what you need.
Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like what you see, please buy my merch. Link in the description below.
Let's get some.